Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great evening. The hump day is over. Tomorrow's already Thirsty Thursday, followed by finally freaking Friday, and then the weekend is here. And you know what happens a week from tomorrow? A week from tomorrow, the very first preseason game. We talking about a game. We not talking about practice. We talking about a game, and me and Game Time will be there at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We're going to be there to see DeMarcus Ware and Chuck Howley, two more Dallas Cowboy players going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And, of course, we'll be there seeing all of the Eagles. So, you know, the way Philly 500 talks, they got to have at least, 10 more going in because they're the Eagles. They're the greatest thing ever. Speaking of Brian Green, Brian, dude, why you always throwing me under the bus, dog? Why you all? I sit here, I mind my own business and things. Yes, I am actually ecstatic about Catboy at the moment. I know he is Catboy. I know he has done things wrong, but see, here's the thing. It's like when you declare bankruptcy, okay? When you declare bankruptcy, I don't know if any of you have ever been there. But see, they don't look at, when you declare bankruptcy and you get through that, they don't look at what you did before bankruptcy. They look at what you did after. They look at it and say, you made mistakes before. Have you learned from your mistakes and can go forward? Because if you have, then we'll start letting you have some credit. Just a very little at first, okay? And you got to pay for that credit too. So you can get a credit card where you got a $500 limit, but you got to deposit $500 that you can't touch. Yeah, but it's a start. They begin to trust you. And as you do well with that, maybe you actually get an unsecured card at some point. You start someplace to get better. I'm not saying Stephen Jones is now all of a sudden, the greatest GM in the world. Excuse me, he's not GM. That he is the manager of money. But I will say that he has learned a few things. A, don't trash the player in the media. Don't act like they're a greedy SOB. Don't act like they're not a good player. Because see, right now, you got Diggs who talked about getting his contract that he broke down and cried. You got Diggs out there now ready to buy all in on the Dallas Cowboys organization and feel like he is part of the family. See, think about D-Law when Catboy went to him and said, hey, D-Law, you're a $29 million cap hit. How about we just go ahead and write you a contract for $10 million for 1 year? We'll call it even. Release my ass, man. Literally. I don't know that D-Law and Catboy, they can walk in the same alley together. I don't know if that's the case. Because I bet you in the back of D-Law's head, he's thinking about that offer that he got from Catboy. But he seems to have learned from that. I think it's okay with Diggs and Catboy in the same room together. Okay? When it comes to negotiating in public, they're not doing it. We were pleasantly surprised. Look, here it was. Press conference going on. We talking about, limiting Dak Prescott's interceptions and Mike McCarthy calling plays. And lo and behold, as soon as the press conference is over, we hear about Diggs signing a contract. Did you expect that, Brian? Did you? No, you didn't. I'm not going to go and say he's perfect. But give credit where credit's due. He got the most important one done, the one he had the least amount of time to work with, out of the way. Well, although Zach Martin now has become the squeaky wheel, you need to get that figured out. But with Diggs, There is no fifth-year option. This is it on his contract. They didn't wait till it's up and have to franchise tag him and then pay him too much. The way that deal's going down, dude, he's a lesser cap hit than Stephon Gilmore is this year. Did you know that? Yeah. You got him under contract, and we still have $19 million to work with. Bam! Chakalaka. Come on, Brian. Give him credit. Now, that we took care of that, again, I don't understand. I honestly really don't understand. I try to do everything I can to help my fellow man, okay? You know, you think globally and you act locally. You do. And even doing that, I always want people to get along. I want people to feel good. I want people to feel positive. But all you get is negativity from people. You know, I look at the Cowboys right now, compared to where we were last year this time. Think about this for a second. We had CeeDee Lamb, who we actually questioned whether or not he was really a number one wide receiver. We got rid of Amari Cooper and didn't replace him. We got rid of Cedric Wilson and didn't replace him. We were looking at guys like Vasher. We thought, oh my God, Vasher, you know, he's tall. Vasher is tall. He made that one-handed catch in the end zone. Maybe we got Odell Beckham Jr. We had Dennis Houston. We had Semi Fioco. And we had Michael Gallup, who could barely walk. That's what we had starting training camp. Sorry. When you start the season with only one wide receiver who's caught a touchdown pass, you can't have very high expectations. Forget this bullshit that, well, Dak needs pieces. You damn right he needs pieces. So does every freaking other quarterback out there need pieces. Some of them have pieces and they're still not succeeding. Derek Carr, Josh Allen. But the problem is, Dak Prescott. I'm curious. I would like to ask, I would love to ask Dak. Do you like being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, understanding that you are literally the NFL target to be trashed and scrutinized harder than anybody else? Or would you rather be a quarterback of another team where you don't get all that flack and hate? Because the problem for Dak Prescott isn't so much his play on the field. What it is your perception of Dak Prescott being bad because they put him under the microscope. They don't put Josh Allen under the microscope the same way they do Dak Prescott. Look at the numbers. Josh Allen's got more turnovers than Dak Prescott in his career right now. I mean, you know, the last 3 years. Just has. And you can't look and say that Josh Allen hasn't had some weapons. They'll tell you that Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins, they got the same numbers. But I look at Kirk Cousins and say, he's had Dalvin Cook almost the whole time he's been in Minnesota. He's had Stephon Diggs. He's had Justin Jefferson. He's had Kyle Rudolph. He's had Adam Thielen. He's constantly had great weapons around him. Dak Prescott has had some good ones. Although Des Bryant was in the twilight of his career. Jason Witten was pretty much done. Then we had that era where Cole Beasley was our best wide receiver until we got Amari Cooper for a few years. It hasn't been consistently incredible weapons like the perception is out there. But be that as it may, here is the reality of this year versus last year. The Cowboys wide receiving core, from Michael Gallup, who to me should be one of the breakout players for the Dallas Cowboys, because where he was last year, the fact that he was even on the field is a miracle or a travesty because we were so desperate. Michael Gallup should not have been on the field before the middle of the season. but rushed him out there because you're all we got. You're all we got. And he looks so far and away better than where he ended up the season last year. And Brandon Cooks, oh man, I have to say, Eastside Herald, he's way better than Noah Brown. As much as you've trashed him, Eastside, because he left the Texans, yeah, that guy's going to get back to 1,000 yards. I have no doubt in my mind. Yes.
You know about Wilson?
Donovan Wilson, he's okay. It's a calf strain.
What's that, 4 to 6 weeks?
4 to 6 weeks. Okay.
But that might be starting season.
Huh?
That might be.
Well, that's about 4 to 6 weeks is the start of the season.
Yeah, so he'll be
Yeah.
good for the season.
So, da-da-da, breaking news. Donovan Wilson, 4 to 6 weeks, calf strain. Yes. Brandon Cooks definitely will get back to 1,000 yards. And then you got CeeDee Lamb, who is confident, who knows he's the top dog. Yeah. There you go. We are so far in a way better than where we were offensively to start the season. Put people on notice. Seriously. And Dak Prescott, he looks smooth right now. I'm talking about smooth. That guy looks like he is on a mission. And I can't wait. So that's where we are right now. Donovan Wilson, that's a blow. But he'll rehab, and it could have been worse. Strained calf, that's one of those ones that are, that soft tissue injury that you got to take care of. And it's better to go ahead and say, chill, baby, chill. Let that sucker heal till the season starts. And that's what we got. And we got a heat wave headed our way. So tomorrow I'll be headed back to the red brick house. And it actually beginning to already feel a bit warm out here now. So I don't know about the fire pit and the fireside chat when it's going to be 100. Although I know everybody in Texas, you've been living with that heat for quite a while. So I got nothing to complain about. But it's come to that time. Remember, good people. Remember. Tell the people you love how much you love them. Life is short and life is precious. Can we try to slow the roll on all of the negativity? So many of y'all are like, we used to have people that would walk around with signs. I know this is crazy when now you just can just tweet it on X. Don't ask me X. That's the craziest shit right there. Twitter, getting rid of a name brand that everybody knows and calling it X. But be that as it may. What do I know? I'm not a billionaire. But they used to have people that walk around that would say the end is, carrying signs. The end is near. I feel like that's the way some of y'all mother humpers are that are in the comments of things. Everything is so negative. Listen, stop wasting your time and your life with all the negativity. Smell the roses. Look at the beauty. Check out the sunrise in the morning or the sunset in the evening. Do some things that make you happy besides being Mr. Negativity. Because before you know it, your life is going to be over. And I'll be damned if I want to spend 1 second being angry, mad, hateful, and worrying about shit that I have no control over. Life is important. Life is beautiful. And life is what you make of it. And I'm doing my best to leave my mark on the world. So when I'm taking that dirt nap and pushing up daisies, that people will remember that I was a good person. So tell the people you love them. You might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And tomorrow, I'll be back down on the red brick house working on that mother humper. But don't worry, we'll have the news for you on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm loving life. Peace out.